first batch is nearly done their first bake." Mariah sighed. "Mamma insisted my hair be properly coiffured, though I don't know why she bothered when she knew very well I'd just come straight down here and let the heat ruin it." The cook chuckled and passed Mariah a bowl brimming with sugar crystals. "Her ladyship is excited, and rightfully so." No, her mother was anxious, which was altogether different. Mr. Cyril Lightbourne, presumed heir to her stepfather, the Earl of Castleton, would be joining them at Plumford Manor for the first time in 12 years. And Mamma was turning into a regular Mrs. Bennet of Miss Austen fame, muttering that one of her daughters had better win his eye so that the estate could remain in the family. Mariah picked up a sticky dried plum with her right hand, dropped it into the sugar, and rolled it about with her left, transferring it then to a waiting baking sheet. A process she would repeat hundreds of times before the morning was out, if she had her way. To the cook she only smiled. "Excitement doesn't explain wasting time on my hair this early in the day." Mrs. Trutchen chuckled again, her own hand motions the match to Mariah's. It was she who first taught Mariah how to keep both one's hands from becoming a sticky, sugary mess. "And how goes the decorating in the rest of the house?" Mariah couldn't have held back her smile had she tried. "The transformation from Plumford Manor to Sugar Plum Manor is nearly complete." She punctuated this happy fact with another roll of plums in sugar. Mrs. Trutchen would spend days moving racks from table to oven and back again, rolling and baking each plum at least 5 times, until what had been a juicy but tart purple treat in the summer became a chewy, sugary delight now. Once they'd finally cooled after their final bake, they'd be portioned into bags of 6 and tied with a bow. Then, on Christmas Eve, would come Mariah's happiest moment of the year. She would stand at Papa's side at the grand entryway to the ballroom and hand a bag filled with sugar plums, marzipan, and a small toy that Professor Skylark had made to each and every child in the region. She'd get to smile and greet each family by name, meet the new children whose parents brought them to the Christmas Eve ball for the first time, and compliment each parent on the Sunday best they would have donned for the occasion. Generally speaking, Mariah preferred one-on-one meetings with people rather than crowded ballrooms. But this was the single exception to the rule, because this was a one-on-one greeting of each and every family in her father's earldom, or at least those who were close enough to join them. The only expectation on her was that she be pleasant and welcoming. And even when she went into the ball, she could only dance with her own brother, Papa, the professor, and a few of the neighbours. No one she had to impress. At their holiday ball, unlike every other ball she'd attended, she could just be herself, with no thought of winning the attention of any gentleman. Well, except for this year, of course. But it was only Cyril. She sighed. Once upon a time, she'd dreamed of him whirling back into her life like the hero of one of her favourite stories. Once upon a time, she'd dreamed of spotting him across a crowded ballroom in London and, with one look from his friendly eyes, finally feeling like she belonged there. Once upon a time, she'd even convinced herself that the fact that his letters had first gone perfunctory and then trickled off altogether would only set the stage for his grand reappearance this season past, when she was presented at court. But Cyril hadn't come to London for the season, only afterward, and according to the gossip mill, he'd taken one look at the most spoiled, cruel-hearted, selfish young lady in town and proven himself no hero in Mariah's eyes. Anyone who gave a second look to Lady Pearl clearly had no sense.